Welcome to our new video. In this video, I'm going to present some interesting facts about the United States. Get ready to learn surprising things about this country and amaze your friends with these fun facts. Have you noticed that the total number of red and white stripes on the US flag is 13? Where does this number come from? It refers to the 13 colonies that wanted to gain independence from Great Britain. Initially, the flag also had 13 stars, and more were added as new states emerged. The color white represents the innocence and purity of the people. Red symbolizes the country's courage and valor. Blue stands for perseverance and justice. Did you know that celebrating Christmas was once illegal in the United States? It was banned until 1907 because it was originally a pagan celebration. We all know that the capital of the US is Washington, D.C., but did you know that throughout history the country has had 9 other capitals? New York, Trenton, Princeton, York, Lancaster, Annapolis, Baltimore, and Philadelphia were also capitals. One of the most notable things about the US is its delicious food served in large portions. In fact, it's the country with the highest number of obese people in the world. According to reports from the World Health Organization in 2022, approximately 1 billion people in the world are obese. The oldest bar in the United States is located in New York and was founded in 1668. This bar is called 76 House and is still operating today. An interesting fact about this place is that it served as a headquarters during the War of Independence and as a prison for the British spy John Andre. In 2020, the U.S. city with the most violent crimes was Washington, with nearly 10 times more crimes than Maine, the city with the lowest rate of violent crimes. American culture places great value on sports. Do you know which sports are the most popular? American football, basketball, baseball, ice hockey, soccer, and boxing. One of the most iconic monuments in the U.S. is the Statue of Liberty. This monument was a gift from France to the United States on the centennial of the War of Independence. Did you know it also served as a lighthouse for ships? Many believe that Mount Everest is the largest mountain in the world, but did you know that if you measure from the base of the mountain instead of sea level, the tallest mountain in the world is Mauna Kea in Hawaii? An interesting fact about Hawaii is that it was annexed to the U.S. in 1898 due to commercial interests. The bear is the official animal of the state of California. Interestingly, there hasn't been a grizzly bear sighting in the state since 1922. On the border between the United States and Canada, there are 5 lakes that make up the largest freshwater body in the world. Did you know that the Super Bowl is the second day when the most food is consumed in the U.S.? The first is Thanksgiving. A curious fact is that a 30-second ad during the Super Bowl can cost up to $5 million. If you're a space enthusiast, you'll be excited to know that in the US, you can visit some NASA centers. In the Texas Center, you can see various spacecraft, the command module of Apollo 17, and even touch a moon rock. In the Florida Center, there's astronaut training, where you can experience preparing for a space mission to Mars. There are also other NASA centers in Alabama, Virginia, Mississippi, California, New York, and Washington, D.C., offering unique experiences. If you're interested in historical curiosities, you might want to visit the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop in Las Vegas. There, you can see many interesting items and their backgrounds. You can also check out items featured in episodes of the show. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel to receive more content like this. And tell me in the comments, what would you like to know about the US?
Curious facts about the Mexican culture. Welcome to our new video. In this video, I'll present some interesting facts about Mexican culture. Get ready to learn surprising things about this fascinating country and amaze your friends with these interesting facts. Did you know that one of the 7 wonders of the world is located in Mexico? The incredible Mayan pyramid, Chichen Itza. We already have a video about this monument on our channel. I'll leave it in the card, in the upper right corner of the video. In addition to having one of the 7 wonders of the world, this country also boasts 34 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Among these World Heritage Sites is the delicious Mexican cuisine. When we talk about Mexico, the only or main language that probably comes to your mind is Spanish, but did you know that the Mexican government officially recognizes 69 languages with more than 300 dialects? The richness of languages is due to the influence of indigenous culture on Mexico's overall culture. If you are enjoying this video, hit the like button. As if these achievements alone didn't make Mexico a spectacular country, it is also among the 11 countries with the greatest biodiversity in the world. The second largest border in the world is between Mexico and the United States. Mexico had different names over the years, being called the Mexican Empire, 1821, United States of the Mexican Republic, 1824, and United Mexican States. And where did the word Mexico come from? It is the combination of the words Metzli, moon, and Zicli, navel, from the Nahuatl language and means in the navel of the moon. Do you know what the colors of the Mexican flag mean? Green represents independence, white represents unity, and red represents the blood of national heroes. Mexico experiences intense seismic activity because it is located in the Pacific Ring of Fire. The country has about 42 active volcanoes. A curious fact is that around Mexican volcanoes, there is a specimen of rabbit called Conejo de Volcanes, volcano rabbit in English. This rabbit is endangered. The Xoloitzcuintla is a dog breed originating from Mexico with more than 3,000 years of history. It was associated with the god Xolotl of the underworld, believed to play a crucial role in transferring the soul of the deceased owner to Mictlan, the underworld in Mexican mythology. Mexico ranks 10th among the most populous countries in the world, with around 131,230,000 inhabitants. The Day of the Dead is a fascinating Mexican festival that brings the living together to honor their departed loved ones. If you'd like to know more about this incredible celebration, we also have a video dedicated entirely to the Day of the Dead. Mexico also boasts spectacular Caribbean beaches. Lucha Libre, wrestling, is a sport that became a Mexican tradition with its colorful masks. Did you know that chewing gum originated in Mexico? The Maya extracted gum from tree sap. The first commercial gum was produced by John Curtis in 1840. Another delicious ingredient we know today was also discovered by ancient civilizations in Mexico: chocolate. While we hold chocolate dear today, did you know that it was worth more than gold back then? The name chocolate comes from the Nahuatl word zocotl, meaning hot chocolate. This beverage was considered sacred. Although the name now refers to our current drink, the recipe back then was different and included oats, water, among other ingredients. You can still taste the original recipe in Mexico. If I mention eating insects, you might recall a video about Asian street food, but did you know that in Mexico, too, insects are consumed? You can find edible grasshoppers, spiders, scorpions, among other insects. Mexicans are considered very cheerful, friendly, and welcoming people. If you're interested in the Maya and Aztec civilizations, you should check out the National Museum of Anthropology, which presents various information and exhibitions from the pre-Hispanic period. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And tell me in the comments, where are you from? Interesting facts about Japan. Welcome to our new video. In this video, we will present you some curiosities about Japanese culture. Get ready to learn about Japanese culture and amaze your friends with these interesting facts. We've all heard that Japan is a very clean country, but did you know it's so clean that you can see koi carp fish in the drainage canals? In Japan, parents teach their children from a young age to clean, and in school, it's the students who are responsible for cleaning. Cleanliness and organization are very prominent aspects of Japanese culture. They also teach children the importance of teamwork. One curiosity is that Japanese children start going to school on their own from a very young age. If having a car is very important to you, you may need to carefully consider where you're going to live because in Japan, you can only buy a car if you have a garage at your home to store it. Unlike other countries where streets have names, in Japan, streets are numbered and have symbols. If you're a smoker, it's important to know that you can't smoke on the street in Japan, only in designated smoking areas. Manga and anime are very popular worldwide, especially in Japan, where they sell up to 2 million copies of manga annually. An interesting fact is that they use more paper to print manga than for toilet paper. The first time we experienced Japanese food, we struggled with chopsticks. A curious fact about these Japanese utensils is that approximately 25 billion pairs of chopsticks are used in Japan annually. Eating while walking on the street is not well seen, although some people do it. There are many bars and restaurants that serve canned food. But if you're a ramen lover, you should know that slurping noise is not frowned upon in Japan, it's a sign that you're enjoying your meal. Greetings in Japan are made with a bow, and the deeper the bow, the more respectful it is. Napping during the workday is not prohibited in some jobs, as there are many reports of deaths due to overwork in Japan. The number 4 is considered unlucky in Japan, as it's associated with death, so it's very common for there to be nothing between 3 and 5. Another unlucky number is 43, Shirsan, which is censored in maternity wards because it sounds similar to birth of a dead child, Shinzan. It's such a safe country that bicycles are left on the street without locks, and they aren't stolen. Leaving a tip at restaurants for the waiter is not common and can even be considered offensive in some cases. Shinjuku Metro Station in Tokyo is one of the busiest in the world, and up to 3.64 million people can pass through it in a day. The most common religions in Japan are Shintoism and Buddhism. Japan is home to the world's fastest train, which reached a speed of 581 kilometers per hour. It's a magnetic levitation train, the Junior Maglev. Trains in Japan are incredibly punctual, with delays sometimes as short as 18 seconds. Japan also built the world's largest warship. This ship was 263 meters long and weighed 72,800 tons. However, it couldn't even fire its cannons because it was sunk by American cannons in 1945. Money, credit cards, and other objects considered special and necessary for life are handed over with both hands extended. We know that Japan is a highly seismic country, but did you know it experiences around 1,500 earthquakes a year? In this country, you can also find a statue in honor of the dog Hachiko. The pet was so loyal to its owner that it went to the metro station to greet him every day, even after the owner's death. Japan is the country that consumes the most fish in the world, consuming around 17 million tons of fish annually. Many tourists take food as souvenirs from their trip because in Japan, you can find versions of foods with very different flavors from what we have. Some foods with peculiar flavors are Oreo cookies and Kit Kat. Even toilets are different in this country. Japanese toilets have various buttons with different functions for personal hygiene, including heating. Cattle that produce Kobe beef are fed a diet of beer mash and sake and receive daily massages. Fugu chefs study for 11 years to become qualified and are required to taste their dish before anyone else. This is because the toxin in pufferfish is deadly, and it's essential to know how to properly remove all toxic parts before consumption. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to receive more content like this. And tell me in the comments, which of these facts surprised you the most? Curious facts about France. Welcome to our new video. In this video, we will present you some interesting facts about France. Get ready to discover some curiosities that you didn't know about this country and amaze your friends with these interesting facts. When it comes to languages in France, many of us think of French, but did you know that many other languages are spoken in this country? Some of them include Catalan, Basque, Provençal, Occitan, Dutch, Breton, and more. French is the 5th most spoken language in the world, with 274 million speakers. France is one of the most popular tourist destinations globally and is often in the top 3 favorite travel destinations. Football is the most practiced sport in France, followed by tennis and basketball. The well-known motto Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité emerged during the French Revolution and represented the fight against the abusive powers of the monarchy and the rights of citizens. In 2016, France became the first country in the world to ban stores from wasting food. They must donate unsold meals to organizations or food banks. Previously, the flag of this country was entirely white, and the flag we know today began to be used only with the French Revolution. White symbolizes the monarchy, while blue and red represent the city of Paris. A curious fact is that in France, there is a law that allows you to marry a deceased person. It may sound strange at first, but it serves as comfort for those who have lost their partners. And what if they later find another partner? They have to divorce the deceased to remarry someone alive. Did you know that the world's first film is French? In 1896, The Cabbage Fairy, a film produced by the Lumiere brothers, premiered at the Grand Café in Paris. A curiosity is that in France, 1 kilogram of snails is consumed every 2 seconds. Approximately 424 million snails are consumed annually, totaling around 16,000 tons. In addition to snails, French cuisine also offers other peculiar dishes, such as frog legs. The Eiffel Tower is one of the most widely recognized symbols of Paris, but did you know it was once considered one of the tallest structures in the world? It is 300 meters tall and lost its position in 1930 to the Chrysler Building in New York. Its size can vary depending on the season due to the contraction and expansion of metal. Did you know that a Napoleon saber was auctioned for $4.8 million? Approximately 78% of nuclear energy in France is produced by nuclear power plants, although they intend to reduce nuclear power plants over the years. France has approximately 40,000 fortresses and castles. This country is the fifth most populous in Europe, only behind Russia, Turkey, and the United Kingdom. France is one of the countries with the highest number of McDonald's restaurants in the world. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And tell me in the comments, what is your favorite country? Curiosities about Chile. Welcome to our new video. In this video, I will present some interesting facts about Chilean culture. Get ready to learn surprising things about this fascinating country and amaze your friends with these interesting facts. Its 4,329 kilometers in length have granted Chile the title of the world's longest country. At its narrowest point, it measures 90 kilometers. The worst earthquake in history is the Valdivia megathrust earthquake of 1960. Did you know that Chile has one of the best skies for astronomical observation? Its arid climate makes the sky clearer. Due to its arid climate, it also boasts the driest desert in the world, the Atacama Desert. An interesting fact about this desert is that its terrain resembles that of Mars, and thanks to this similarity, some scenes from space-themed series have been filmed in Chile. The land of the Atacama Desert also served as a testing ground for NASA to try out instruments that would be sent on Mars expeditions. Another achievement of Chile is having the most precise word in the world, mammalapnavipine. It means when two people exchange glances, hoping that the other will initiate an action they both desire, but neither of them dares to do it. Have you ever wondered which TV show has been on the air the longest? The Chilean show, Sábado Gigante, has been broadcast for over 53 years and has earned a Guinness record for being the oldest variety show in the world. The 33 miners who were trapped underground after the collapse of the San Jose mine are the individuals who have spent the longest time and at the greatest depth below the earth. Bread is a food we consume daily or almost daily. Did you know that Chile is the Latin American country that consumes the most bread? They consume around 90 kilograms of bread annually. Chile is known as the land of poets and has two writers who have won the Nobel Prize in Literature, Pablo Neruda and Gabriela Mistral. If you enjoy swimming, you'll be pleased to know that Chile has the largest pool in the world. Its size is equivalent to 20 regular pools, and it takes about 250 million liters of water to fill it. The colors of the Chilean flag signify, the snow of the Andes represented by white, blue refers to the sky and the Pacific Ocean. The star symbolizes guidance and progress. And red recalls the blood shed in the fight for independence. If you love hiking, Chile is your destination. This country has the best circuits in South America. Curious facts about the Egyptian mummies. Welcome to our new video. In this video, I'll present some curiosities about Egyptian mummies. Get ready to learn surprising things about this part of Egypt's history and amaze your friends with these interesting facts. Mummification in ancient Egypt aimed to prevent the natural process of decay. Mummification was crucial because of its religious significance, as the belief in the afterlife in Egyptian culture was linked to the preservation of the body. It consisted of a complex funerary ritual involving the gods Anubis, Nephthys, Aset, and Osiris. Death marked the beginning of a new cycle and the separation between the soul, Ba, and the body, Ka. Initially, the most used techniques were linen wraps or resin or natron shrouds. The legend of Osiris had a significant influence on the development of embalming techniques. In this legend, Anubis resurrects Osiris with the help of magical formulas. Hence, Osiris represents not only death, but also the rebirth of life, while Anubis is considered the patron of embalmers. Organs were extracted from the bodies, cleansed, embalmed, wrapped in linen cloths, and placed in 4 canopic jars representing the sons of Horus and protecting the organs: Amset, vessel with a human head guarding the liver; Hapi, vessel with a baboon head guarding the lungs; Kabasanuf, vessel with a falcon head, where the intestines were deposited; and Duamutef, vessel with a jackal head guarding the stomach. The heart was usually left inside the body because it symbolized the individuality of each person, being the seat of thought, feelings, life, and consciousness. Mummification reached its peak in the New Kingdom, 1550 BC, 1070 BC, managing to maintain the expression of the deceased's face. Examples of mummies from this period include Seti I and Ramses II. Did you know that the mummification process lasted for 70 days? The corpse was washed, the viscera removed, then the body was left to dry in the sun and covered with several layers of oils, ointments, aromatic oils, and conifer resin. In addition to the oils, beeswax was also applied to the body, which, thanks to its antibacterial and hydrophobic properties, played an important role in the embalming process. Once the previous stages were completed, the bandages were applied. Among the different layers of bandages wrapping the body, protective amulets were placed. In some cases, a network of ceramic beads was also applied. The body of the deceased was then placed in 1 or more sarcophagi. Sometimes a gold or painted mask covering the face of the deceased was placed. There were several embalming techniques, some more costly than others. During the Old and Middle Kingdoms, mummification was exclusively for members of the pharaoh's family and officials and courtiers whom the pharaoh granted this privilege. As mummification began to spread, workshops dedicated to embalming emerged. During this ritual, several people were involved, with the most prominent being the Lord of the Secrets, who wore an Anubis mask and was responsible for treating the deceased's head. The priestly readers would recite the ritual instructions and magical incantations. The cutters were responsible for making incisions and extracting the viscera from the corpses. A curious and somewhat peculiar fact is that mummy extract was prescribed as medicine during the Middle Ages. The name of this exquisite medicine was mumia, and it was indicated for the treatment of headaches, bubonic plague, and indigestion. It is thought that this medicine may have arisen from a mistranslation of Persian or Arabic texts. Different forms of mummy extract were found, often represented by the liquid released by dead bodies mixed with aloes, pieces of mummy flesh, or a spice found in the tombs of the dead. Initially, powdered human remains, resins, and pieces of mummies sold in European pharmacies were imported from Egypt, but even though authorities prohibited such behavior, trading with local remains continued. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And tell me in the comments, what do you think of mummy extract? Curious facts you didn't know about the 8 real ghost towns. Welcome to our new video. In this video, I'll introduce you to some